I can always count on Brad, okay? I can always count on Brad. Okay. Folks, let's get started here. Let's get started here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can always count on Brad. The most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Okay, my friends, the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Say, Brad, tell me this, Brad. Can you see my notes popping up on your screen on Periscope? Do you see the footer there? Do you see the footer there showing up on Periscope? I'd like to know if you can see that. Okay, folks? Hey, listen, folks, we're going to get started this morning. What I'm going to be teaching today is so good. This is so good. You know, it's gonna really, really baffle you that I'm sharing this kind of information with you, because generally you don't see this a lot online. And hey, listen, if you got a short attention span, you're free to go. If you're in a hurry, you're free to go. You're welcome to come back and watch it later, because in this training today, I'm going to teach you how I have been able to stay in business, how I've been able to stay in business for more than, yes, I do see the footer with your name and title. Exactly. Exactly. You see the footer with my name and title. Okay. All right. So that's who I am, and that's enough for me. Okay. What I want to do is talk about you guys, and I want to show you what I am going to be teaching on today. I'm going to be teaching you on how to publish or self-publish others. How to publish and self-publish others. This is what I've been doing, folks, for since 2003. I want somebody to put 2003 in the comment box. It was 2003 that I wrote my first book, my very first book about my father's business, The Life and Wisdom of Mose Jones. And if you're in here today and you're like, I would love to know how to publish other people. I would love to know how to get books out to the world and help other people share their story, then I'll be more than glad to help you. Now, what I want you to do is put your comments in the comment box, folks, and let me know what platform you're commenting on, be it YouTube, be it Facebook, or be it Periscope. Go ahead and put a comment in the comment box, and let me say hello to you. I love to greet everybody who's in the broadcast. I love to greet you by name. I love to greet you and say hello. Brad, I want to thank you for your comments. Thank you for coming in and sharing those thoughts and helping me to connect with the audience out there. Today, folks, I'm going to be teaching on how to publish or self-publish others. Okay, this is going to be some training that's going to change your life. It's going to transform your dreams, you know, to achiever. You're going to go from being a dreamer to an achiever. You follow me? Like Brad says, from a dreamer to an achiever. It's really going to work wonders in your life. And so I want to thank you all for coming in. Now, I want to ask you to do something else. The price of admissions is, I want you to invite your friends, invite others to follow. Go ahead and share this live stream on whatever platform you're on. That's number one. Number two, you can also, I also want you to start a watch party. Start a watch party and help some other people. One of the biggest secrets that I found out here in this internet world, you know, I've been in this internet space now for a while, running up and down these internet streets, going all around this worldwide web. Okay, all right, okay. So I'm live streaming.
Okay, so this is live. This is live. Okay, this is my accountability partner here, and she didn't get my text message. Hello, Alicia. Can you hear me? Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? You can. I can see you. Do you hear me? Yes, I hear you. Okay. I'm Alicia. How come I can't see you? Well, my camera's on, but let's do this. Okay. Let's see. Uh-huh. 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 All right. Okay. Well, what happened was I tried to do it on my computer. Yeah. I'll tell you what. You know what? I'm live streaming right now on my computer, and I sent you a text message saying, "Can I skip today?" Oh, I'm sorry. Not a problem. Okay, we can skip today because I skipped Wednesday by mistake. Not a problem. Okay. All is well? Is all well? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll talk to you later. We'll follow up. We'll follow up. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Okay, folks. Hey, listen. This is live, so this is the way things work, and that's just the way it works. So, I have been in this space since 2003. Published my first book in 2006. Became a bestseller in 2015, and in 2015, you know what I did? I matched my salary while at the college. I was a professor, a department chair. I was the head of I had about 5 or 6 other professors that was under me. And I was still in my office publishing books. Did you hear what I said? I was in my office publishing books and stuff. And I learned how to master Amazon's system. I started off at Kennesaw State University in Georgia. But in 2015, I became a #1 bestseller by publishing my dad's book. I was telling my dad's story. Now, I want y'all to hear me well today because I'm not going to get in a hurry and rush this live. I'm going to take my time and teach. So often on here online, people want to come in and get information real quick, and they don't want to sit down and learn so that they can master this stuff. You got to be a master when you if you out here, you got to be a master if you're going to be telling this story, okay? You got to be a master of this stuff, okay? So here's the deal. Here's the deal. I matched my salary in 2015 after releasing an ebook, matched my salary again in 2016, publishing other people's books. I didn't publish a book on my own until 2015. The first book I ever published was an ebook. That's when I published my first book. But before then, you know what I did? I published 5 other books. I could show them all to you. I published 5 other books. One book was about my teacher's journey, Mabel Lawrence Thomas, my teacher's story. And then I published a book entitled All Rise, Judge Caldwell's story. Then I published my uncle's story, Otis McDonald Goes to the Supreme Court. And then I published a book. At Kennesaw State University. It was a student handbook. Okay? All right. And so now I did that. I did that several times. Okay. And as a result, I established myself as a publisher. I established myself as someone who could help other people tell their story. And you want to know what happened? After looking at the people's faces, after getting an understanding, after seeing how wowed they were by the idea that they were getting their story out there, I began to realize, I'm like, oh my goodness. This idea of helping other people write and publish a book is a big deal. It's a big deal. And so now you got a lot of people out publishing and helping other people publish. And it's a phenomenal thing because people want to get their stories out. But I want to tell you something. It's so important to write the book right the first time so that it'll work for you for a lifetime. Did you hear what I said? Okay. Honestly, over on Periscope. Thank you. Honestly, book author, marketing tips. Tell me what you're looking for, honestly, and I'll see if I can't serve and support you. You're looking for marketing tips? Marketing tips? Okay. Just put the question in the comment box and I'll address it. But today, I want to teach you about how to publish others. Are you ready for point number 1? Point number 1. If you're going to publish somebody else, then number 1, you need to know the publishing process yourself. Okay? You need to know the process yourself. And it is so important that you understand publishing. Okay, so understand publishing. Okay, now when I say understand publishing, understand publishing. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Did you know that every author who publishes the book herself is a self-publisher? Did you know that? Every author who published a book themselves is a publisher. Now, you got to understand publishing. There are about 3 types of publishing, okay? Can I get somebody to put that in the comment box? There are 3 types of publishing. Number 1, there's a thing called traditional publishing. When you traditionally publish, are y'all going to comment with me today? I need y'all to drop your comments in the comment box. There are 3 types of publishing. Go ahead and put a 3 in the comment box. I want some engagement here now, because when we get engagement, then it'll help me help you. I need you to engage, okay? So put a 3 in the comment box, and I want to know who's listening, okay? I want to know who's in here. Put a 3 in the comment box. There are 3 types of publishing. Okay, now I see you guys over there on Periscope. It's about 6 or 7 of y'all in the room, and all of y'all ain't just taking notes, and all of y'all not frying bacon and eating grits this morning. So put some comments over there on Periscope. I see y'all right here on my phone. Okay, I see you on Periscope. There you are, right there. I may not see your comment. I'll see your comments on Periscope if you type them up in the screen. And then those of you who are on Facebook, go ahead and put your comments on the line. Okay, that's good. There are 3 types of publishing. 3 types of publishing, okay? Number 1, there is traditional publishing. Number 2, there is self-publishing. And number 3, there is quasi-publishing. Quasi, quasi-publishing. Okay? All right. Now, you say, well, what do you mean by quasi-publishing? Quasi-publishing, all right, you want to write them down? Self-publishing, self-publishing. Traditional publishing, that's where you get a publishing company and somebody else publish you. And there's quasi-publishing, Quasi, quasi-publishing, okay? So you say, well, what is quasi-publishing? What is quasi-publishing, okay? So I want to tell you what quasi-publishing is, okay? I want to tell you what quasi-publishing is. Quasi-publishing is you don't actually traditionally publish. You actually self-publish. You actually self-publish, but you self-publish with the help of someone else. Okay? A lot of people are quasi, Quasi. Somebody should write that down, because you don't oftentimes hear it. This is what you call a self-publishing service company. Now, I really want you to write that down. SPSC. Folks, the most expensive thing you'll ever pay is attention to the wrong people. So many people need to know the difference between traditional publishing, self-publishing, and hiring a self-publishing service company. A self-publishing service company. That's another way of saying quasi. All right, now let's break those 3 down. Traditional publishing, you get paid up front. Okay, put it in the comment box. Traditional publishing, you are paid up front. You get an advance. You get a royalty. You get paid up front. That's traditional publishing. Okay. Self-publishing, guess what? You don't pay anybody. You're not paying up front. You're doing it all yourself. You are your own publisher when you self-publish. Okay? All right, you got it? Traditional publishing, you don't pay anything. They pay you. Okay? All right. Traditional publishing, the publishing company pays you to publish your book. Okay, self-publishing, you don't pay anybody. You just publish your book yourself. And then the 3rd type of publishing is the self-publishing service company. That's SPSC. When you hire a self-publishing service company, then here's what happened there. Then a self-publishing service company, you pay them to do the editing, the formatting, and even some of the marketing. But guess what you are not paying them to do? You're not paying them to be your publisher. They are a service company and not a publisher. But guess what? Here's where so many people miss the boat. Here's where so many people lose out on their royalty. They lose out on their rights, and they lose control of their book because they hire a self-publishing service company. And these self-publishing service companies will often look like somebody who says they are a book coach, somebody who's saying they are a book strategist, somebody who's saying they are a life coach, someone who's saying they are a coach of some form, wanting to help you get your book out. And they'll say they want to help you get your book out, okay? And they'll oftentimes help you get their book out. But unbeknown to you, the author, then you have given them your publishing rights by allowing them to put in the front of their book that your book was published by XYZ. Do you follow what I'm saying? Do you follow what I'm saying? And when you put somebody else in the cover of your book, if you let somebody else write in the cover of your book that they are your publisher, you have just given them total control of your copyright interests. Did anybody hear what I said? Don't tell anybody, and don't tell the people that wasn't able to stay in this scope, because this is where the rubber hit the road. This is where the fat hit the fire, and this is when the sewer get the crap out. Okay? Because people do not understand that if they allow a coach or a strategist or a consultant or anybody to put in the cover of their book that their book was published by XYZ, and that whoever it was that was supporting them, their names are put in the front of that book, then you are now giving up publishing rights. You are giving up publishing rights. And my friend, publishing rights are stronger than your copyright. The publisher has more control over your book. The publisher will have more control over your book than the author of the book if you make them the publisher. Now, do you understand that? Am I helping anybody, or is this too technical? Let me hear some feedback. Am I helping anybody, or am I out in the weeds getting drunk off of my own wine talking about all of this stuff about book rights? Okay. But here's where people really start crying later, is they go back to try to relaunch their book, or they go back to edit their book, or they go back to change their book, and they realize that, oops, that company that published my book originally, that coach that published my book originally, they're no longer around. I can't find them, and I don't even know how or can I legally republish my book. This is why it's important to understand self-publishing. Okay, you got to understand publishing. That's number one. Are you ready for point number two? Point number two. Am I helping anybody? Okay, I see you guys on the screen here, and I'm watching y'all on several outlets here. So let's keep going. Okay, I don't see anybody. Nobody's chimed in on Facebook yet. Can I get some people on Facebook to put in a comment and say hello or good morning? I look forward to seeing you all over there on Facebook. So come on in and share a thought. Am I helping you? Am I supporting you? Okay. Number two. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you over on Facebook. That's nice. Okay. Tara, JG. Thank you, Tara. Okay. Now, over on Facebook. Now, am I helping? Yes. Okay. Point number two. Point number two. Understand publishing. Okay. Number two, understand your client. Can I get somebody to put that in? Understand your client. Okay. Understand your client. You got to understand what the client wants. You got to understand what the client need. You got to understand what the client's big goal is, okay? Understand publishing. Understand your client, okay? Now, this is important because you're going to need to know what is it that the client wants. Thank you so much, Tara. Thank you. Understand what the client wants, okay? Understand when the client wants it. Understand how the client wants it done. Okay? You got to understand the client. When you understand the client, okay, then you are on your way. Look at there, Loretta Dixon Henley. Good to see you, Loretta. Thank you so much. Understand your client, my friends. And when you understand your client, because at the end of the day, watch this. People will pay for what they want. They will postpone what they need. Somebody might ought to put that one in the comment box because that was like worth the whole deal. Okay. And can I get somebody also to put in understand publishing? Because I'm going to give you about 3 things you need to understand. Understand publishing and understand the client. Okay. Now, understand publishing. We talked about that earlier. Understand the client. Here's the deal. Understand how you want to communicate with that client if you're going to publish that client. Let me tell you about my first book. My first book was done with a cassette recorder. I had a little cassette recorder, and I chased Daddy around the room, and I would come to Winsboro, and I would sit down and say, Daddy, tell me about your story. Tell me about this, and tell me about that, okay? And Daddy would tell me his story. Daddy would tell me about his journey. And I took that little cassette recorder because I knew, I'm talking about understanding the client. Now, Dad wasn't my client per se. He wasn't paying me. I was doing it to honor Dad. People will pay for what they want. They will postpone what they need. That's right. So if you understand the client and the key, oh boy, let me keep going. And so I would trace Daddy around the house, and for about 2 or 3 years, I sat down and recorded Daddy's story. And after getting Daddy's story recorded, I got it typed up, I got it transcribed, and I got a good understanding of Daddy, okay? And when I understood what he wanted, oh boy, I wish I had that picture. I got a picture of my dad. I'm gonna save that picture as I'm gonna save that picture one day, okay, and make sure that I put it up here. That is correct. People will pay for what they want. They will postpone what they need. And when I finally got Daddy's book done, Daddy sat down and he looked at that book and he was like blown away that a book was published about him. I'm talking about how to publish or self-publish others, how to help others tell their story. That's what I'm talking about. Help others tell their story. That is so important when we get this right here. You see, when you help others tell their story, you then become the expert. Okay? I want somebody to put that in the comment box. When you help others tell their story, you become the expert. You're the expert when you help other people tell their story. Do you understand that? That is so real right there. That is so real. So understand publishing. And folks, you're going to have to take time to really understand publishing, because if you don't, there are a lot of pitfalls out there. There are a lot of ditches that you can fall in when you publish other people's book. Can I give you one? Can I give you one? Can I tell you one? One of the pitfalls is this. Is because when you publish other people's story, you got to be careful that they don't think that you're trying to steal their story or that you trying to take their story. You follow me? Thank you. You got to really work with them, okay? So understand publishing, understand the client. I'm going to give you a third thing you want to understand too, okay? So look, say folks, here's the deal. People will pay for what they need. They will postpone just the opposite, Tara. Just the opposite, Tara. Thank you. I see where you got it straightened out. People will pay for what they want, but postpone what they need. That is true to the true right there. Okay? That is so true right there. That is extremely true, Loretta. They will pay for what they want. You want me to give you an example of it? How many people you know that need to write a will? They need to write a will. But they don't do a will. But guess what they'll do? They'll go to the barber shop and get their hair cut. They'll go to the athletic game and to a sporting game. People will pay for what they want and postpone what they need. So when you're talking to people about telling their story, can I give you a tip? Everybody say tip. Okay, I'm slowing down. I'm learning to be a better live streamer. I'm slowing down. Can I give you a tip? Okay, I need you to say tip. I want you to engage with me. Say tip. If you want a tip, let me give you a tip on helping people tell their story. Okay? Yeah, let me give you a tip on helping people tell their story. All right? So, okay. So I found out that what Daddy liked, and Daddy got his book out. It was a phenomenal journey. Phenomenal journey. Okay. When you help others tell their story, you become the expert. You become the expert. Okay. And when you help other people tell their story, you are positioning yourself as an expert. And that's a beautiful, beautiful, phenomenal thing. You are the expert there. Okay. Now, I want to give you a tip. I want to give you a tip, even though you guys are not playing out right. Y'all not playing out right. Okay, all right. So Loretta says tip. Okay, and I thank you, Loretta. That's beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I appreciate that. Here's a tip: when you're talking to somebody and they're telling you that they need help they're telling their story, here's what I want you to do. Ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being urgent, how important is it for them to get their story out? How important is it for them to get their story out? Okay, that would be like huge. That would be like huge. Okay, so here's the deal. I see Mr. Deshaun Smith has come in. So here's what I'm gonna do, folks. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, all right. I need to step away for about 45 seconds, okay? Now, I'm going to see how many of y'all going to stay in here. I got 6 people in the screen. There's 6 people in the screen. I need to step away for about 45 seconds, and I'm going to play some music, and I'm going to be right back. Good morning. I'll be back in 45 seconds, so stay still, okay? All right? All righty, folks. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Y'all did pretty good. You guys did pretty good. Who's still here? Who's still here? Mr. Mr. Deshaun Smith, are you still here, sir? Mr. Deshaun Smith on Facebook. Good morning, sir. Helping others tell their story. I am back. Okay, so point number 1, understand publishing. Point number 2, understand the client. Are you ready? Point number 3, understand the process. Understand the process, okay? Now, you say, well, what do you mean understand the process? Well, I'm here to tell you that the process of writing and publishing someone else is an incredible process. Thank you, sir. Good to see you there. Good to see you. I see you there, okay? Understand the process, okay? We get an A+. There you go. Hey, I don't mind. I'm an A+ professor. I'm an A+ professor, okay? Help others tell their story, okay? And when you help others tell their story, my friend, hey, guess what? You become the expert. You are the expert when you help others tell their story. And that is the key to the whole process right here. That is the key to the whole process there, is to help others. When you help others tell their story, then you are on your way to doing awesome and great things, okay? So understand the process. So what is the process of publishing a book? Number 1, you got to get it written, okay? Got to get it written. Number 2, you got to get it edited. Number 3, you got to get it formatted. Number 4, you got to get a cover. Number 5, you got to get the back cover. And number 6, you got to get a summary. You got to get a summary. The summary of the book to go on the back. Number 7, you got to get the book formatted to fit whatever platform you're going to publish it on. Number 8, you got to make sure that the formatting and everything is approved. Number 9, then you got to get a print copy. Some people call it a galley print. You got to get a print copy of the book. Number 10, Are y'all following me? Are you following me? Are you feeling me on the process? Writing and publishing a book and getting it approved to a client is not an easy process. Okay, it ain't easy. It ain't easy, but it can be very, very rewarding. And I'm giving you the process because I want you to know that the next thing you got to understand, is very, very important. Okay, so I said you got to understand publishing. You got to understand the client. And when you understand the client, it's just a matter of knowing what the client wants. You got to understand the process. And then you want to know what else you got to understand? All right. Are you ready? I'm not helping anybody. I need y'all to let me know you're helping me. I see you guys. I see you guys still active over here on Periscope. I see you active on Periscope, and I'm with you over here on Periscope, okay? Oh, yeah, I wanted to see that myself. How to publish or self-publish others. Yeah, it's kind of dark right there on Periscope. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. Okay, yep, I see you guys on Periscope. That don't look bad. Oh, should I move the banner up? Okay. Should I move the banner up a little bit? Loretta invited her followers. Okay, thank you, dear, for inviting your followers. Should I put this banner up here? Okay, let's go up there. Let's go up there, all the way up there, and let's just see what happens. And then I'm going to put your comments down here at the bottom. So somebody give me a new comment. Say yes, okay? Give me a yes. It's very important to get people to the yes, okay? You got to get your client to the yes, okay? Okay, so we got understanding publishing, understanding clients, understanding the process. Are you ready for number 4? Number 4 is you got to understand the cost. You got to understand the cost, okay? All right, so the cost is very, very important, okay? Very, very important. To understand the cost, okay? The cost. How much time is it going to cost you to sit down and get somebody else's story? You see, a lot of people get very frustrated with people that are helping them write and publish their books because people don't, oftentimes people go through a lot of changes when they're writing and publishing a book. People go through a lot of changes when they're writing and publishing a book, and as a result, you have to be ready, and you have to have the bandwidth to understand the whole process of helping them get there. The next thing is the cost. You got to help people. You got to know how much time it's going to take you. You're going to have to know how much it's going to cost you to pay for a good editor. You're going to have to know how much cost it's going to take you to do the cover. You're going to have to know the cost of formatting. You're going to have to know the cost of marketing. There are a lot of costs there that out there. Okay. Yes. All right. So there are a lot of parts that goes into the whole process of getting a book published and getting a book out there. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So those are some of the things that you really want to be on the lookout for when you are going to publish other people. You got to know how to. Understand publishing. You understand publishing. Understand your clients. Okay. Understand the process, and then you also got to understand the cost of publishing. Understand the cost of publishing. Those things are very, very huge when it comes down to publishing other people, okay? Because, okay, now the next thing that you got to understand is, okay, ooh, this is good right here that I'm about to tell you. These are the 5 things that you have to understand. Hi, Lynn, over on Facebook. Lynn, over on Facebook. Good to see you, Lynn. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Now, over on Facebook, Lynn Hinton. Thank you. Lynn, I'm talking about things you must understand when publishing other people. How to help other people get published. That's what we're talking about here. And I'm going to how to publish others. How to publish or self-publish others is the key here. Now, I'm about to give you my 5th one here. I'm about to give you my fifth point, and this is going to be my final point here for today, because if you get these 5 down, you're going to be in the house, okay? In the house. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? Now, number 1, if you're going to publish other people, understand publishing. Number 2, understand clients. Number 3, understand the process. Number 4, understand the cost. And number 5, understand the problems that you're going to face. Oh, this is good. Somebody should put this down. Understand the problems that you are going to face, okay? Folks, when you are helping people write and publish a book, you are dealing with their personal lives. This is their personal life. This is their personal story. And many of them are going to be very sensitive towards what they're going to be sharing. They're going to be very, very sensitive, okay? Thank you, Dr. Harper. You love the new setup in the streaming. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, okay? All right. Okay. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's gonna be very important for you to understand the problems that you're gonna be facing. My friend, lots of people jump out in this publishing space and they start moving towards helping a person get that book out, and it never finishes. They never finish it because there's going to be resistance. The moment you move forward and say you're going to help somebody else write and publish a book, you're going to begin to face resistance. You're going to face resistance. Understand the problems. That is so real, because the problems are people are going to get stuck. People are going to get stuck. People are going to things are going to happen, because the moment you begin to tell your real story, it's a breakthrough that many people have never faced. It's a breakthrough that many people have never faced. And when they have never faced that kind of a level of breakthrough, the transformation is going to be so great until you're going to have lots of problems. So let me talk to you about some of the problems that I face with helping other people write their books. Number 1, the first book I wrote about my father's business, somebody put in the comment box 300. Put in the comment box 300. I want to see the number 300. So here's what happened. I had written and published my dad's book, and I did it in 2 weeks. But you want to know what the challenge was? The challenge was I did it in 2 weeks because I did not have the time to get it done right. I had hired somebody to help me get the book out. That's right. Thank you. 300. I had hired somebody to help me get the book out, but you want to know what happened? The person didn't do what they said they were going to do. They dropped the ball on me. 2 weeks before all of my family was coming to Atlanta, Georgia from Winsboro, Louisiana, about an 8-hour drive. 8 hours drive, folks. All of my family was coming to Atlanta, Georgia for a book signing. 2 weeks. This was in 2006. 2006. And guess what? December of 2006. That's when I released my first book. Okay. All of my family was coming to Atlanta, Georgia. And guess what happened? I didn't have a book. I had already rented a nice private club, and we had the 17th floor of this private club in Atlanta for a book signing. And my friends, I'm telling you, 2 weeks before that thing was to go off, I go to the man and I say, where's the book? He said, he don't have anything. He said he don't have anything. And guess what? It was 300. Okay, I'll tell you about 300. If I had to learn self-publishing in 2 weeks, I learned how to self-publish in 2 weeks. Okay, somebody? 2 weeks, I learned the process. I was able to get my dad's book done and get the book out and published in 2 weeks. Now, that was a problem. Can somebody say that was a problem? That was a solution, but it also was a problem. Can someone say that was a problem? You want to know what the problem was? When you publish a book in 2 weeks, it's going to have a whole lot of errors in it. Okay? Somebody should say errors. Put it in the comment box. Errors. Okay? When you publish a book in 2 weeks, it's going to have a whole lot of errors in it. And there was a lot of errors in that book. And as a result, Daddy said, he looked at the book. He said, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right. And he was very graceful, very kind. Okay? Very kind. There was a problem. Thank you, Minister B. Smith. There was a problem, Dad said. And you want to know what? Dad said, and as a result of Daddy saying there was a problem, there was an error, I had to burn up 300 books. I think we had purchased about 500. I think we may have sold 200 at the event, but I had to burn up 300 copies of that book because Dad said, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right. When you publish somebody, when you publish in 2 weeks, you will have a whole lot of errors. That is correct, my friend. And that was my very first book. And I was publishing my dad, my very first book. And as a result of publishing him, okay, when you publish a book in 2 weeks, you're going to have a whole lot of errors. Okay, so you got to understand the problems that you're going to face. Problems can be huge. Problems can hurt, and they're going to cost you a lot of money. And so, when you publishing somebody else, and if you got a problem out there, when you got a problem out there, if you publish somebody else, then you got to know that they're going to be serious about how you tell their story. That is correct. There was an error, and when you got errors in your book, that's not going to look professional. That's not going to look like right. But guess what? All books, when you publish them, there you will have some problems, Minister B. Smith. There will be some problems. But guess what? But guess what? When you help them do that, they're going to feel extremely accomplished. Extremely accomplished, okay? All right. Yeah, but Daddy was nice. He was very kind. He was very gentle, okay? And guess what? I went back. I fixed all the errors that was in the book, and I fixed it by May of 2007. Guess what? In November of 2017, Daddy went to be with the Lord. Daddy passed. But I got his story out. He approved it before it was finally published. When you're helping other people, always know this. If you're going to help an elderly person tell their story, then guess what? You want to get that done before they close their eyes. You follow me? And that is what happened. And that's how I was able to get my dad's story out. And I got it out before he died. Before he died. And that was a heck of an accomplishment. Understand the problems, okay? That was one book that I published that I had problems with, okay? But I learned self-publishing. That was my first book. Let me take you to my third book. Yeah, yep. Let me take you to another book, okay? Another book that I had was a book called Otis McDonald and the Second Amendment, okay? Otis McDonald and the Second Amendment. Hey, listen, folks, some of y'all might be saying, how can I contact you? How can I reach out to you? I'm going to put that up on the screen right there. There it is right there. You can reach out to me by drfredjones.com/strategy. I'll be more than glad to talk with you about how you can help somebody else write and publish their book. How you can help somebody else write and publish their book. I had another book that I helped somebody write. We're talking about understanding the problems of publishing a book. Okay? Understand the problems. There was someone else that I helped publish a book, and you want to know what happened? I co-authored the book. I wrote the book, and my name was an author on the book. And when they made the T-shirts for the book, they had the other person's name on there, and they cut my name off of the thing. When the family made the T-shirts with the book cover on the T-shirt, they cut my name off. Oftentimes when you're helping other people, if you don't have a clear understanding of who's going to be the author or who's going to be the co-author or whose names are going to be mentioned, guess what's going to happen to you? They're going to cut your name off of there. They're going to cut your name off of the book. They're going to cut your name off the book. And when they cut your name off the book, guess what? It's no need in you getting upset about it. Just go on. It is what it is, and it'll work out. It is what it is, and it's going to work out. Okay? So those are some of the problems that you're going to face when you help somebody write and publish a book, when you help others write and publish a book. So have I helped anybody? Are there any particular questions any of you might have? If you have some particular questions, go ahead and put them in the comment box. I'll be more than glad to address those questions that you might have. Put your questions in the comment box, okay? Now, do you need a license to publish other people? Let's talk about some other things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you need a license to publish someone else? Can anybody answer that? True or false? Do you need a license to publish someone else? The answer is no. The answer is no. There's no license required when publishing other people. There are no license, there are no certificates. All you got to be able to do is help the person put the book together and get it up on a platform so that other people can buy it and other people can see it. Okay? That's all that's necessary for you when you're writing and publishing a book. Okay? Now, I do want to talk about how you approach clients. How you approach clients. So I have a question. How many of you are in here are looking to write and publish a book? How many of you are interested in writing or publishing a book, or you are helping you want to help somebody else write a book? How many of you wanting to do that? If you want to do that, if you want to do that, I would love to know. I would love to know. How many of you are writing your first book? If you're in the process of writing your first book, let me know. How many of you, oh, this is what I want to do. Hey, guys and gals, and everyone in the live right now, would you put up on your screen, the name and the title of your book, okay? You're interested in writing, okay? Okay? You're interested in writing, okay? Would you guys who are already published authors, would you put the name of your book up on the screen? Would you put the name of your book, Started But Lost? Okay, Minister B. Smith, I want to encourage you to go to drfredjones.com/strategy. I want to give you a bonus next level coaching session. Minister B. Smith. I want to give you a bonus next level coaching session. If you'll go to drfredjones.com/strategy, if you'll go there today, ma'am, fill out my intake application, then we can help you get started. I would love to help you get started. So if you'll do that today, then I will give you a bonus strategy session that's going to help you get started. Can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? And will you do that? Okay. If you'll do that, then I'll jump on a call sometime today. The title is Singed But Not Burnt. Okay, all right. Singed But Not Burnt. Okay, what is the title of your books? Thank you so much for that. Started But You're Lost. Okay, so guys, go ahead and put in the comment box the title of your books. How to help others. Okay, all right. Now, when you're going to help other people write books, let me share something with you. You got to build rapport with the people. People don't just tell their stories with anybody. You got to have a relationship with the people so that they will want to know, trust, and like you. That is so important, my friend. That is so important. All right, folks. Any questions anybody have? Okay, I've gone a little longer than I want to go today, but we've been on about 48 minutes. We're going to call it a day, but I wanted to just give you this value, the 5 keys to helping publish other people's book. And if you're here and you would like to reach out, you can reach out to me at drfredjones.com/strategy, drfredjones.com/strategy, okay? And we'll be more than glad to serve and support you. Okay? All right. So, here's the deal. The 5 things you have to understand is you have to understand publishing. It can be very tricky. Number 1. Number 2, you have to understand clients. You got to understand clients. Number 3, you got to understand the process. It's a very tricky process, and people get lost in the process. You got to understand the cost because, one bad move could cause you to be out of business. The cost. And number 5, you got to understand the problems that you're going to encounter. Thank you for the awesome content. Definitely helped me to be able to better serve my clients. Awesome. I'm glad that we were able to help you better serve your clients. Best sellers are best servants. Okay? So, folks, I am going to close this live. I'm Dr. Fred Jones. I'm the world's bookologist and the book coach. I serve and support women of faith, women who believe in self-investing, and women who want to build a business based off of their story. If you're looking to do that and you want to help other people publish, you want to publish your story, all of this is things that we've been doing since 2003. We became a best-selling author multiple times. 100% of my private clients go on to become #1 bestsellers on Amazon. So if you're interested in writing your book right the first time, if you're interested in writing your book right the first time, then it will work for you for a lifetime. If you're interested in writing your book right the first time so that it'll work for you for a lifetime, then you will definitely want to understand these 4 things, these 5 things that I gave you. Unknown, the answer to that is cost. Cost, okay? Number 4 is cost. Number 1, understand publishing. Number 2, understand clients. Number 3, understand the process. Number 4, understand the cost. And number 5, understand the problems that you're going to face when you help other people write and publish their books, when you help them write and publish their books. Okay? All righty, folks. That's going to conclude our live today. I want to thank you all for coming in, and I pray you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll probably be back here on. I'll probably be back here today. I'll be back today and later on today to give you some more service and support. I'm Dr. Fred Jones, reminding you the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Have a good day. Bye-bye.